Oh man, dude, we're threatening lawsuits over high scores now, ladies and gents. Jesus. Now, Billy Mitchell is one of those people that I think as video gamers we kind of all know who he is. It all goes for Todd Rogers. A lot of these old-timey video game like high scorers, we all know of, right? We've called them the King of Kong, the fucking the best of Pac-Man. You get what it is, right? Like these people have held accolades from a time long past on video games that most people, consider to be longtime classics. So these people have held sort of a special place in the video game sphere. And if you've been following anything about them, like I have, like I've been kind of religiously following this, like a year and a half now at this point. Like it's gone on for a while. The high scores that Billy Mitchell, the King of Kong, had gotten, and Todd Rogers, and a lot of these people have actually been stripped because none of these high scores have ever been verifiable. In today's day and age with the internet, anytime you get a high score, it gets uploaded to a server and everyone can see. So you can immediately start bragging on Reddit for that juicy Reddit gold or karma, whatever you can get. But these people have come from an era where the only people who did the verification on their high scores were really themselves. And even if it was a third-party agency, it was always linked to these people anyway. So turns out these individuals, all right, had high scores that were never verified. And I feel like if you have the #1 Guinness Book of World Records score, bro, there should be a lot of verification done on your part. But I don't know, just never happened. Now, Billy Mitchell's one of those person that likes to sue everyone, okay? Like everyone over this thing. He sued like Cartoon Network because they like made a parody on him, which he lost over. Like he'll make a lawsuit. It's not like he's gonna fucking win these or anything, right? So he made another lawsuit, this time suing Guinness Book of World Records and Twin Galaxies for like just yeeting that high score away from him. Now, he's got like 156 page like receipt sheet, like the facts, like this is the evidence. And I don't know if this is like the real evidence package or like somebody memed this on. But he's got the Billy Mitchell evidence package as he's standing in front of like just standing like a big pimp lord with the Pac-Man Namco Bandai arcade like victory. Like this has to be a meme. Not only is it highly low resolution, but I cannot believe this was sent to lawyers and Guinness Book of World. Like there's a legal team looking at this and thinking, man, we should really take this seriously. Now he's got this giant like retraction letter, which I'm only going to show you like highlights of, where effectively what happened was like they had claimed that, dear sirs and madams, the following sets forth Billy Mitchell's official demand for retraction by Guinness Book of World Records and their defamatory statements made against him. May I remind you that things like libel and slander are incredibly difficult to prove. Like these cases are cases nobody wants to take. Nobody wants to fight these cases because it's incredibly fucking difficult to win one of these in the first place. We can definitely talk about people, okay? Not everything is defamation slander unless you're actually going out there and, for instance, saying that Billy Mitchell does some heinous deed when he obviously doesn't. Yeah, that can be considered that can be very defamatory. But questioning some dude's high score is not. Let me go back to Todd Rogers for a second. The guy had a high score that he pulled on Dragster, an old Atari game. And the score that he pulled was incredibly difficult to get. It was a score that when he went on to like other YouTubers, like there was a guy called Ben Hack. If you've ever been following things like console hacking, this guy's an OG YouTuber. He brought Todd Rogers onto the fucking set and said, hey, here's Dragster. I'm gonna give you a console hack. Like, this is as close to task botting as you can get. Like, the manipulation of this was the original game on hardware that you could manipulate, through a computer. They couldn't hit the high score, even through perfect inputs. So that was evidence of the fact that Todd Rogers most likely lied, unless he ran some modified build of the game, or the cartridge, something was weird. Like a speck of dust got onto the right transistor, and this is what happened. You couldn't get a high score like that. And that's why those records were taken away. In Billy Mitchell's case, the reality is that was the hardware he was playing on original. There was apparently rumors of board swapping. There was a lot of concrete evidence that was given from the accusation side of view. So that's what got his stuff removed. So the big thing about it here is that they talk about like things like MAME, for instance, right? Where Mitchell submitted scores that were obtained using MAME, which is a arcade emulator. in this statement, not only to find that Mitchell's records, specifically his Pac-Man records, never were, but it was used to the general phrase submitted scores, also asserted that all his achievements were obtained while using MAME. These statements are factually false. So the argument that they would like to make is that these statements are false because MAME was made in like 1997. And a lot of his scores were done in the 1980s because he started in 1982. To me, the weirdest part about this is like, if you're that good at a video game, right? If you're that good at video games, can we just say for the record, you should be able to recreate your score, especially if you're this confident. Ladies and gentlemen, might I remind you, we live in the age of fucking speedrunners where like these people will spend hours upon hours of a day, weeks, months even, to perfect and optimize their video games. If these people can pull that off, I'm pretty sure Billy Mitchell can pull his impossible, crazy good records off. I mean, at the end of the day, man, we live in a day where verifying this stuff can be really easy. All you have to do is just Twitch stream it. And I know he's tried to do it before. I know he's done it, but the reality is you gotta give a verified score. This is the thing that I dislike about any of this. Look, I'm not out to say that Billy Mitchell cheated or whatever when it comes to it, but the evidence is pointed so strongly against it. And as somebody in the gaming sphere, yeah, we got to kind of talk about it. This is a situation where I feel like it adds credibility to the fact that he never got these scores to begin with. Look, quit getting the legal teams out. It's not going to help, all right? The scores have been removed. And at this point, we have to find the person who now owns the right scores. And they should be getting the fucking achievements for actually legitimately reaching the score on Donkey Kong. But at the end of the day, it's goddamn Donkey Kong, okay? It's Dragster. This is literally what the definition of peaking in high school kind of means, ladies and gentlemen. It's like, we gotta just get over it. Suing the Guinness Book, or suing these international bodies is not gonna help us. Because it's better to go out there, prove that you hit these, give these people verifiable proof that you did hit them. Even if you get just this close to it, you'll still have half the respect that I could give you for this, and most of the gaming market can. But ladies and gentlemen, I kind of want to see how this LOL suit plays out, because I don't think it's going to go very well in Billy Mitchell's favor. And honestly, I kind of hope that it does not, because these scores that he's provided, everything that he's given is just, it just makes you ask a billion more questions. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.